from Psalm chapter 18. I hope you're doing well today. Psalms 18 is a song of victory, a song of faith. But before we get into that, I want to remind you today, let's remember to be in prayer for our church family. And today we are praying for Wayne and Mary Jo Howard. I want to apologize before we get into this. In case it looks like my eyes are a little red to you, my eyes are burning, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I'm using a hot sauce bottle to prop up my phone. I think I rubbed a little hot sauce in my eyes, so I have a little bit of trouble with burning eyes, but you know what? That's okay. We'll be fine. Um, Psalm 18 is a big chapter, a lot in there. We started it yesterday, and we're looking at the second half today. It tells us right up front the context of this psalm. It says that it is a song of David after he has experienced victory over Saul. Remember, Saul was the king before David, and he was a king that the people chose, and it was almost like he got worse at being king the longer he went. And the longer he was king, the less he seemed to like the idea of somebody else being king who wasn't him or his son. And he became downright violent with David, trying to kill him on multiple occasions. But you remember David himself, he did not fight back. He entrusted himself to the Lord. He wasn't going to strike out against God's anointed. And in doing that, he showed that he had faith, that God was going to take care of him. And he had experienced God take care of him on multiple occasions. And God had proven himself to David. So David was content to humble himself and to allow God to fight his battles for him. And I think we see the results of that in this psalm, him just crying out to the Lord, I trusted in you and I put my faith in the right place because you have taken care of me. There are a few verses that stood out to me in this that I just wanted to share because there is so much and we can't look at everything, but I just want to look at verses 25 through 30. David says, with the merciful, you show yourself merciful. With the blameless man, you show yourself blameless. With the purified, you show yourself pure. And with the crooked, you make yourself seem torturous. For you save a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down. For it is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lightens my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. This God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. You can see that it is a song of faith. I love when David states, I could take on a whole troop by you, God. I could jump over a wall. David's not boasting in his own power, but he's boasting in the power of God. He's not saying, well, look at my abilities and look what I've done. He's saying, look what God has done. He's proven himself. And there's really nothing that I cannot do without him. He's all that I need. He's the one that lightens my dark. He lifts up the humble. And really, the more humble I feel, the better I am and ready to be lifted up by God. This particular a few verses here just reminded me of a phrase. It's one that Dr. Jerry Falwell used to use on a regular basis for us as students, and he wanted it to get into our brains. He called it BHAG. It was a big, hairy, audacious goal. He encouraged all of us to have a big goal that we knew we couldn't achieve unless God was in it. And that way we were mentally and in reality just putting our faith in God and saying, Lord God, I can't do this, but I know you're going to do it. And that is, I think, should be the essence of our walk following Christ. On a daily basis, with our eyes on Christ, not looking at ourselves or our own abilities, but just trusting him with our day, knowing that our strength comes from him, that if we have victory, it's going to come from him. And stop basing things and our outlook, stop basing our outlook on our situation, on our abilities, on how bleak things might look. But basing them only on Him and His faithfulness and His strength and goodness. So thankful for this passage today. I pray that it's a blessing to you. I pray that we will each today take time to think about the faithfulness of God, to sing about the victories He's won in our life, to express to Him His faithfulness, to exalt Him and lift Him up, and allow that to build our faith for the battles we're going to come up against today, tomorrow, whatever is coming our way. Thank you guys. God bless you.